it is a very exciting time I think we're in for Black businesses. I think that, earlier I was asked whether we are kind of in a bit of a heyday. I don't think we are. I think there's a huge amount of work that we need to be doing to build the ecosystem for Black founders. In 2018, at the time, Black businesses were getting less than 0.2% of all funding available. We are now 5 years later, and that figure really hasn't changed that much. I'm always excited to attend these kinds of conferences because I end up inevitably bumping into 100 people who are doing amazing things in the ecosystem, people who are kind of building and growing and leading incredible things, and being able to reconnect in spaces like this and to share and to touch base is so important, I think, to the culture. And meeting new people as well. I think one of the most amazing things post-pandemic was meeting people in person that you'd been communicating with online for so long. And there's so many people I've bumped into today that I haven't seen in so long. I actually bumped into my high school teacher who I haven't seen in 15 years, and she said she's been following my journey, and I nearly tore up because I was so emotional that she'd been following. And it's only coming to a place like this where I'd have the opportunity to bump into her again. So it's been amazing for new faces and old faces. I think we spend a lot of time in the business sector talking about how founders are accessing funding, when we should be spending much more time talking about how they can build and nurture the kinds of stakeholder relationships that allow them to access supply chains. One of the biggest challenges, I think, is actually just figuring out how to access some of these companies who have really complicated supply chains, who have compliance requirements which are quite complex sometimes, and who have preferred people that they go to. Maybe a conversation in a bar can lead to a contract, and the kind of warm introductions that are needed to kind of get into supply chains are so important. So if you can create a space where businesses are equipped to take on these kinds of contracts by having the right structures in place internally, if you can give them the confidence and the network that they need to meet the right people, then if you can actually work with industry to make sure that they are building inclusion into their supply chains, it's that magic combination that we need to see in order to build a more inclusive supplier landscape. And I think we're getting there, but not quickly enough.